Hello! It's Raimi, and today we're doing a fun little reading vlog, but also kind of slash like the ultimate book video kind of vibe, because reading, going book shopping, all kinds of fun stuff. I just genuinely forgot to film an intro. I just like went right into the reading. So this is future Raimi introing for past Raimi. Yeah, just wanted to say hello. Thank you for clicking on this video and thanks for being here. It's gonna be a fun reading vlog, reading some really exciting books. So yeah, let's get into the video. They wouldn't sell it to me because I was a day early. So I came back and I got it. I'm so excited. We're gonna check out now. We got it! Oh my gosh, I am so excited. It's so beautiful. It's like perfectly floppy. Like, look at that. Oh, it's so good. Okay, so this is Jessa Hastings' new release. It literally came out today. I'm so excited. It's called Never. Oh my gosh, it sounds so good. And this cover, it's like this like hand-drawn, almost like a watercolor moment. And there's Daphne, and I'm guessing that's Peter. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Okay, and then also I am currently reading Magnolia Parks. I just started it yesterday. I'm literally on page 3, like barely into it, and it's already so good. We're reading it for book club, and book club is on Friday and it's currently Tuesday, so we've got some book to read, but I literally cannot wait. So I'm going to go home and plop down and really dive into this book, and I literally cannot wait. The first 3 pages were so good. Like, her writing, so good already. Like, I can tell this is gonna be a good book. So yeah, just it's a Jessa Hastings kind of day. So anyway, I am gonna go so that I can go home and get some reading done, and yeah, I'll check in with you guys in a little while. I just can't believe I got the book. I'm so excited. I am officially home. I have Magnolia Parks. Also, if the lighting's weird, I'm sorry. The sun is like coming in at a weird angle, but whatever. I'm so excited, and I have a Justin's almond butter cup, and I'm going to eat my snack and read. I am listening to Cozy Coffee Shop Ambiance playlist, and I feel like it just kind of fits the mood. And I'm so excited to curl up here on the couch, literally just like bask in the sunlight and read Magnolia Park. So that's what we're going to do. I got about 100 pages into Magnolia Parks, literally like right at 100 pages. It's so good and so painful. It's so good and so painful all at the same time. Ugh, okay, so really we've just been learning about what has transpired between Magnolia and BJ to bring them to where they're at currently. And we're learning about their past, about their relationship, and about the other people involved in their circles. And we are just continuing to get more and more information, which gives us more clarity as to where they are currently. Not a whole lot has happened present day, but like Jessa's writing is just so good. A couple of the classic lines like that I've heard but like didn't really know the context is like, cut me and I'll bleed him, and I'm like, now I understand, and it's so painful. It's so painful, but so good. I am like so curious as to what's gonna happen. Like and here's the thing, this is like such toxic relationship, like so toxic. Reading it is like watching an episode of Gossip Girl in the best way. Like it's so fun and entertaining to witness. Never ever would ever desire something like that ever. Yes, it's just pure entertainment and pure pain and suffering. Yeah, so much pain, but it's so good. Myself some lunch and a tea. It's hot, but it's really good. I am so busy. I just want to like eat and not worry about reading while I'm eating, but I wanted to give you guys a little update. I made it to page 180 last night, chapter 23. Oh, my bad. And it is going really good so far. I haven't been tabbing a ton just because this book is hard to come by with this cover, and so I didn't want to do like a ton of annotating in it, but I have tabbed a couple of things, like this one line. I will read it to you. It's on page 108. It says, "Everything wonderful, everything magical, everything painful, everything beautiful and spectacular and wrecked and defining that has happened to me happened with him, and I hate him for that." Like, the pain. This entire book so far has just been like, this is kind of not reminding me of Daisy Jones and the Six, but I'm getting like those same like visceral reactions as I did in Daisy Jones and the Six, when like certain things are happening or certain characters are making bad decisions, and like you know about it but not all the characters know about it, and like it just gives you that like pit in your stomach, and you're just like, oh, why? Like why are we doing this? Like that's how I'm feeling at parts of this book. I will check in with you guys later when I'm actually doing some reading. Oh my gosh, this is giving me life right now. Last night I stayed up a little too late reading, and I got to page 250. We are on chapter 32. It's just so interesting, and I don't want to say too much, but the two things that I will say is, one, and if you don't know, you don't know, so like it's not a spoiler, but I just don't know like what is up with Tom England. I am so curious to know more about like his part that he's playing in this whole thing. And then secondly, like this might be a hot take, but as of right now, I don't really like Daisy Hates. But the next book is all about Daisy Hates, so like I'm really curious to see like if my mind will change the last half of this book, or if it'll kind of be like a Nesta situation. Yeah, I don't know. But interesting thoughts happening right now. We're a little over halfway through currently. That's good. We're making really good progress to be done by Friday. That's the update. I'm gonna sit here and drink my coffee. I don't know. I just got to page 264. Yikes. That is all I have to say about that. Oh, yikes. Just digging a hole. Ugh.
We had these ornaments growing up. They're like handmade German ornaments, and I always thought this Santa was really cool. And then we got married, and she's like, "Why is there a turkey on the tree?" Let's go focus there. Why is there a turkey on the tree?
It looks like he has a turkey butt.
And now he's definitely got a butt, that's for sure. Now I can't unsee it. We'll see.
You like Sarah Adams?
Like I said, we'll see about this. Taking it one step at a time.
Would it help you if you read the first page out loud? That always helps me get started.
I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay. I haven't read the book yet. So.
Alright. I'm just not much of a book reader, but we'll see how it goes.
Okay. I'm so excited. I love you.
I love you too.
How you doing?
I'm sorry. It's rough. I mean, it's intriguing, but I'm just... Me and reading when sleepy is not usually very
Very good.
fruitful. I've fallen asleep about 4 times so far.
I haven't even noticed. So I don't have my camera with me, but I think we might do a little sneaky stop because I was over on this side of town for an appointment, and then I had to stop by the party store because one of our friends is having a birthday party on Saturday, so I had to pick up some stuff for that, and it just happens to be right next to Barnes & Noble. so wrapped up in my blankets right now. This is hilarious. But I just got to page 420, the end of chapter 54. That was literally brutal. I feel stressed. There's literally only like this much left. There, that's a better angle. Okay. Just keep reading. I just got to chapter 58. I just got to page 467 and I'm so frustrated. Like, I'm so confused. I don't know what to feel. Literally like the very end of chapter 63. You know, like 30 pages. Keep reading, but I have to keep reading. What the actual heck? So, Magnolia Parks. I wanted to talk about this book and I'm going to wrap some Christmas presents because I just thought that would be kind of fun. I got some new wrapping paper from Costco and it's super cute. And there's designs on both sides, which is really fun. So I finished Magnolia. I went to book club and everybody was like, what the actual freaking heck? Which I completely agree with. And it was just so much fun getting to like talk about everything. We were so like, what the freak? What is going on? What is happening? I obviously don't want to spoil anything, but there's a character in the book that I don't really like and everybody seems to really love. So I'm like, okay, like I know that there are more books in the series, so what kind of like redemption arc does this character get? Because as of right now, like I can't imagine there being something that this character does to like make me forget and to like move on, if that makes sense. So like I just don't know, but I am really curious because you don't actually get a ton about Daisy Hates. So I'm really curious to see how I feel about Daisy in her book. I felt like the plot was kind of just interesting to me because I'm like, the whole point is just like about these two people and like it's just a mess like the entire time. But at the same time, like Jessa's writing is so good that I flew through the book and I did not want to put it down whenever I would get into reading it. So it's kind of like, it kind of, obviously it's like very different, but reminded me of Taylor Jenkins Reid because personally, like I haven't loved Taylor Jenkins Reid stories. Like, I read Daisy Jones in the 6th and I was like, had a stomach ache the entire time because I was just so anxious through it because of like what the characters were doing and like how they were living their life, and like the choices that they were making were like so bad and they were giving me so much anxiety. But at the same time, I continue to read Taylor Jenkins Reid because I'm like, her stories were written so well that like I had full-on anxiety from reading her stories. And I think as I've been growing in my reading palette and like reading more outside of my comfort zone, I find that sometimes the best stories aren't necessarily like the stories, the actual story plot that you want, but it's like the journey and the quality of writing and the thought-provokingness that the author provides through their writing. And like that sometimes is more of a better experience than when it's a story that you love, but maybe it's not like written in the best way. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, so I felt kind of like the same with Jessa, whereas like there were so many parts of the story where I felt like I had like a stomach ache and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is so hard and this is so like what the characters are going through or what they're doing to each other is just so uncomfortable and so terrible. But it was written so well and so heartbreakingly that you can't stop reading it. Like, it's so good. So like, I completely understand why people are obsessed with Jessa Hastings and her writing. So I would highly recommend. I think I would wind up giving it a 4.5 stars. I don't think it quite reached the 5 stars for me personally, just because there were some aspects of the story that like just made me so like, ugh, like I just couldn't. I don't know, but it's so hard because it's like at the same time to get that kind of a visceral reaction, like you have to be such an incredible writer, and I think there are not a ton of books that make people feel deeply like that. So it's like I want to give credit where credit is due. I just don't know if it was quite at the 5-star for me. I am currently trying to finish my audiobook. I'm listening to, I can never remember the name of the book. It's in the Crave series. It's called Court. There we go. Court by Tracy Wolff. I only have 3 hours and 45 minutes left in that audiobook. It was a 24-hour audiobook, so I am so proud of myself for making it this far. And I only have a little bit left, so I'm really wanting to finish that audiobook. And then I'm currently reading Assistant to the Villain, and I actually have been reading that one on my Kindle for probably the last month. And it's just one that I have been reading before bed because I prefer to read my Kindle before bed. So I have just been like inching along in that book. So I think I want to like fully commit to finishing Assistant to the Villain and finishing my audiobook and then moving on to Christmas books, because like I don't feel like I can take on another book right now until I finish Assistant to the Villain. Yeah, I don't know. That's just, yeah, we'll see how the rest of the day goes, I guess. Oh, also, in case you were wondering, here's gift number 1 wrapped. Super fun. But that's one present wrapped. Maybe a day or two later since my last update. So we've got lots happening right now. I'm reading Assistant to the Villain. I have the physical copy and the Kindle version. Right now I'm primarily just reading it on my Kindle. And last night I was reading before bed and I made it 67% of the way through this. So we're on the home stretch and it's really good. I'm really enjoying it. I mean, it definitely is a little bit of a slower moving story, but overall I'm really enjoying it, and I think that the main character and the villain are like such fun characters and I love seeing their interactions. I'm really curious as to how this book is going to finish out, so I really want to finish reading this. And then my dad gave this to me last year and I didn't read it, but he really wanted me to read it this year, and it's called The Christmas Pig by J.K. Rowling. I am on page 95 of the book, and I think it's only like a 200-page book. 250-page book, but it's so cute. It kind of reminds me of one of my favorite childhood books is The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane by Kate DiCamillo. That is like one of my all-time favorite childhood books, and this kind of gives me a little bit of the same vibes, just a little bit. So I'm gonna try to finish this as well as Assistant to the Villain. There's just too many books and not enough time. I will keep the talking brief because my husband is vacuuming in the other room and I'm not sure if you can hear it, and if so, it's probably annoying. But today has been like such a crazy day. I feel like that's just how the holidays are. I had a headache earlier, so I'm just laying down. I have my Kindle and I'm actually gonna sit down and do some reading now. We're gonna read Assistant to the Villain. Good morning. You know what? If you see me in the same sweatshirt pretty much throughout this whole video, which I think you probably will, I'm sorry. I promise I wash it. This is just my favorite sweater of all time. It is so soft. It fits perfectly. Like, it's perfectly oversized, but not too big, but not too tight. And it's like literally so cozy, but it's not too thick, and it doesn't make me hot, but it keeps me warm. So I'm sorry if this is boring to look at literally every single day, but I promise I wash it on a very regular basis because I love it so much. I just woke up not that long ago. We are so close to being done with Assistant to the Villain. I think we have, also I just turned on my coffee maker if you can hear that. We only have 15% left of the book to finish. So we're so close. I wanted to make myself a coffee so I could start reading, but I'm actually kind of nervous because I bought goat milk. I'm so nervous because I can't do regular dairy, and so for so long I've been doing like oat milk. Anyway, I recently talked to my doctor about goat milk, and she was like, I mean, you could try it, but like, I don't know how your stomach will be, but like, yeah, it has less lactose and like some people can handle it. So we're trying goat milk today. I tried it, like I tasted it, and it tastes fine. I'm more just worried about my stomach, but we'll see. So I'm making myself a goat milk latte today instead of an oat milk latte. Okay, we have the goat milk latte. I'm nervous. It smells like coffee. I think it's good. I mean, I don't think it tastes bad. I think it doesn't really taste like anything. Like, it just tastes like coffee. I guess? I don't know. Interesting. But I felt like I wanted to finish out the book via my physical book. There's only 40 pages left, so we have very little to go. Anyway, so we're gonna read and drink our goat milk latte. I don't know. I'm still not like fully awake yet, so I apologize. Okay, so I don't want to spoil anything, but so in the book, the villain when you start working for him, he essentially uses magical ink to like bind you in a contract with him. And if you break his trust or if you betray him or whatever, the ink turns into a poison and seeps into your body. And he uses green colored ink on everyone, and he wound up using gold colored ink on Evie, the main character, and you don't know why throughout the entirety of the book. And I just figured it out, and I'm like, so good. So good. Ugh. This book. I just need certain things to happen. What is wrong with this person? It's over. That ending was such a whirlwind. I did not expect that. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna sit up. Okay, I don't know how much I actually talked about this book, but essentially it's about a girl who needs a job and she winds up getting hired as an assistant to the villain of this town called Rendon. And he is the villain against King Benedict, who is the ruler of Rendon. And it's kind of about like the story of the girl and her family and like why she needed to be hired by the villain, and like how the relationship grows between the two of them and like all the other people that work with the villain as well. To me, it's so weird to like say that this is a cozy fantasy because there's quite a bit of gore in here, but I feel like this is more on the cozy fantasy side because the conflict is very slow progressing, and the conflict that happens even at the end is like reveals and like all of that were kind of crazy, but very different from like a high fantasy or an epic fantasy book. And just the like random little quirky like aspects of this book are, I feel like, what really made it. The awkwardness, the quirkiness, the writing was so good. I've never read anything from this author before, Hannah Nicole Maher, and there is going to be a second and third book in the series, and definitely based off the ending of this book there at least needs to be one more book minimum. Oh okay, it looks like it's going to be released August of 2024, so a while, but at least less than a year, so that's really good. I think that I would probably give this book a 4.5. I'm blown away that that's her first book, that's her debut novel. So yeah, 4.5 out of 5. Highly recommend. Also, I was pleasantly surprised that this has absolutely like no spice in it. Just wanted to mention that too, because in case you are someone who doesn't really like to read a ton of smut or spice in your books, that is one that I would highly recommend for that purpose and just for a really, really good story. Checked that off the list, and now we just need to finish The Christmas Pig. Okay, last night Jacob and I had a date night where we watched Star Wars, and we set out all the couch cushions on the floor and just put like a king size fitted sheet over it, and like had all these blankets and pillows and stuff, and like had like a full-on movie night, which was so much fun, and we left it set up, so I was really excited this morning to get to like cuddle up and like have this whole little setup this morning to read. So I am literally just going to sit here in the most cozy setup ever and drink my coffee. This is not a goat milk latte. This is a homemade nut milk latte, and it's just okay. I just need to go to Costco and get my oat milk because I'm out, so it's fine. It'll do. Definitely better than the goat milk latte. Did not agree with me, so we're just gonna be drinking this today. I'm going to snuggle in and we're gonna get to it. Yeah. I officially finished the Christmas pig. I don't know where I put the dust jacket. Also, I look pretty disheveled because I fell asleep while reading, and I slept for a minute, woke back up, finished it. Now I'm just like, I need to like get up and like do something. But yes, officially finished the Christmas pig. It was really cute. I would probably give it a 3.5. I think it was better than I expected, but it was like a very like cute kids story that I think was like a sweet Christmas story that had like a nice message about appreciating the things that you have and not taking things for granted. And so I really appreciated the messaging, and it was like a very sweet Christmas story, and it was like perfect for right now in this time of year. But yeah, I mean, it was like very simple, very not a lot going on, but I think it was sweet and I'm glad that I read it. So 3.5 for the Christmas pig. And I think that is going to be all for this video. I really had fun reading with you guys. I haven't filmed a reading vlog in a while, so this was really fun to kind of get back into filming reading vlogs, and I just really enjoyed it. And it was motivating to me to like have an objective and have kind of a little bit more of like a, oh, I have to read this for the reading vlog, and I felt a little bit more purposeful in my reading because I had kind of been feeling a little bit overwhelmed by some of the books that I took on because I was so excited to be reading, and then I just took on way too many books. So this was really helpful for me to like commit to getting through the books that I had, and I am just really happy with the reading that we accomplished during this video, and I hope you enjoyed, and I just hope that you are having a peaceful and calm, relaxing Christmas season. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Happy reading. Bye.